Why does the Princess of Tycoon have the same pendant as I do? Shiny. She said her father is at the Wind Shrine? Prepare to cast off, lads. Set a course for the Wind Shrine. But Captain, what about the landlubbers? Untie 'em. I meant sometime today, as in right now. But why? I reconsidered your request. You can go back into the brig if you'd rather. Pull anchor. We sail for the Wind Shrine. Hey, something wrong with your ears? I hope I don't have to put my foot up your... I hope I don't have to repeat myself. Well! Aye aye, Captain. But the wind has stopped. How can the ship move? Full of curiosity, aren't you, lass? Sure am. Sildra, come up and say hello. Sildra looks adorable. Look at it, it's adorable. Yeah. I think it only has 2 teeth. Beautiful, isn't she? Sildra and I were raised together. We're close as siblings. Alright, we're off. And so we are. Once you get up here, the game actually stop you, and it'll ask if they'll ask if you want them to take you to the Wind Shrine. It's just straight up ahead. You can say yes or no. So you can say yes for convenience. So yes, he grabs hold of it. He does a random pirouette or ballerina move. I don't know what that is. It's not necessary. Just drive the boat. And right here you have the Wind Shrine, but we're not going in yet. We're actually going to do what I love doing best. Grinding. In this case for money and experience points. But mostly money. You actually want to drive back down to the bottom left hand corner, mostly. Yeah, this spot here. Let's do a little save. I guess I'll save for another spot. Yeah. Oh look, and Ferris is in the party. Here's her stats. Take a look at that. Level 3. We're so strong. No, we're not. We're level 3. Be careful. Another shield. Nobody has a shield yet, so she's the only one. Oh, you have equipment rate in the bottom right. You see where it says weight 4? That affects your speed, so obviously the heavier the weapon, the slower it takes for the character to get their turn going. I really ignore this. I don't pay too much attention to that. All you really need is to worry about your defense. Unless you really want a fast character, then I guess go for a lighter weapon. Let's see. Or equipment or whatever. Weapon or equipment, they all weigh something. See, Bart's weighs 2, total equipment weight. Lena's 3, Galuf is 2, so according to this, Galuf will probably have a higher chance of getting the first turn. What's his speed though? Where is it? His agility is 24. Lena is 26. And Ferris is 27. Do some little math here. You know, subtract the 27 from 4. Let's see, we go back. Then that means she would technically have 23 agility, which means she'll be moving kinda slower than... oh, just a little slower than Galuf. But his speed is 24, so with his weight of 2 points, subtract that away from 24, then he has 22, which means technically Ferris would be faster. See how that works? Alright, that's enough grinding for now. Even though I didn't really grind that much. Mostly I'm trying to get plenty of money here. I have 2,420 gil. Good enough. I'll do actual grinding when I'm not recording. Inside the building we go. Welcome to Tool. Pirates. Grog. Okay. Well, they are awfully thirsty. Think I'll stop in and have a drink as well. Okay, she's in the pub now. Alright, at this point you might want to just check around, because once again, Final Fantasy games, especially these old ones, they love to hide items all over the place. Now for this game, Final Fantasy V, I'm not gonna put in much research into everything. Not like I'm doing with Final Fantasy VI. I'm putting a lot of work into researching every little strategy for that one. For this one, I'm just gonna have fun with it, more or less. Just do whatever. But yeah, you see there, 150 gil was inside that barrel. Check everywhere. Actually, I'm gonna check everywhere before I even step into the buildings. So you check barrels and crates. We got a tent. Got a potion. This is the area we can get into later. I'm pretty sure Zoc lives in this house, but he's not here. We're not home. Yes, he built the Torna Canal. See, you go inside and he won't even be here. Nobody's here. Nobody. Nice of him to leave the door unlocked, though. Always gotta leave our doors unlocked in a role-playing game. It never ceases to amuse me how they just leave doors unlocked. Looks like Zoc isn't home. Okay, then let's check again later. Yes, let's barge into his house again later. I'm over here trying to rob. I'm over here trying to rob him. Like, what's in this barrel? He's got nothing in it. Can we touch the flames? Would they freak out? They don't do that in this game, do they? Okay. Yeah, but unlike Final Fantasy VI, you can actually level up in this game if you want to. It doesn't really help do much of anything, because in this game, when you level up, your HP and MP is the only thing that increases. Your stats stay the same. If you want your stats to change, you have to get armor, weapons, accessories. That determines what your stats are going to be overall. So if you want something particular to get stronger, then get the right equipment for it. If you want to learn new abilities, you have to get jobs, which we don't have access to right now. So you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Jobs? What is that? I don't. We're gonna go work at McDonald's or something? What job? You're talking crazy. Don't worry about it for now. It will all make sense later. But you get abilities from there, basically. We've got nothing right now. I'm just checking everywhere. I'm gonna be nice and thorough about this. What about in the bushes? Nothing in the bushes. For now. Oh, and this building. This is the building that teaches you how to play the game, basically. Greenhorns Club. Go here if it's your first time playing the game. Go here. Howdy, I assume you're new to this adventuring thing, right? No, not really, no. Sorry, but we can't have the pros coming around and spooking the rick. I'm not gonna scare anybody, what is she talking about? And hi, yeah, what? What? Oh my god, she kicked the shit out of me. Yeah, that's what happens if you say no. Now let's say yes. Maybe she'll have amnesia and forget that we were in here. In like 5 seconds worth of memory. Now we say yes. And then all of a sudden she changes her attitude and lets you in. You little piece of crap. Itchy. Thanks for stopping. Okay, but anyway. Talk to all of these people to learn how to play the game. That's what this episode is going to basically be consisting of. Next episode will be will be inside of the Wind Shrine. Don't want to explain the job. Well, I guess I better. Yes. So here's a sneak peek preview of how jobs work. Apparently a chocobo is going to tell us all of this. I thought I spoke to an old man. Where did this chocobo come from? So yes, crystals are shattered. And here's his little tutorial. I'll just let you guys read this and pay attention to it. About me yammering. So as you can see, being a black mage automatically gives you the black magic ability, naturally. But from there on, you can choose other skills from other classes to attach the ability to. Basically, you can mix up the fighting style of one class with the fighting style of another, giving you some flexibility, actually. And strategy. And of course, each class is very nitpicky about what type of weapons and armor and accessory they want to use. For example, the mages only want to use robes, light equipment, basically no heavy gear. They'll use knives and rods, that sort of thing. A freelancer can use whatever weapons and armor they want, and they can combine two abilities from all the fighting classes that you'll eventually learn. So see, they can wear daggers and leather caps and robes. Basic stuff. But this is actually pretty important, so I hope you guys are reading this. So I hope you guys are reading this, especially you, Mr. Cody Carl's getting stuck so quickly. Oh, that's... I understand what you said about how the game kind of, how it's hard to tell what's the background and what's the foreground. These old school games kind of they do that. Oh, and of course, equipping different classes means your HP and your magic points, your MP will change around. You'll either have more or you'll have less. Depends on the class. To level up your abilities, you just participate in fights. Once you win, you get some ability points. With enough ability points, the class itself levels up and you get a brand new ability. I think you guys get it by now, so I think I'll just fast forward through this. Fast forwarding. You guys get it now. See how they learned the white ability from the white mage, now they attach that to their knight, and now the knight can use white healing magic even though he's not supposed to, so that's pretty much contradicting his entire fighting style, but you can do that now. Whew. Long-winded tutorial. I've got more of it to go. Saving the game is something you should do often. Then you'll always be able to pick up right where you left off. In order like this. So yeah, that's how you change your order if you care to see a specific character walking around on the screen. This guy here taught you about how to save your game. Remember back in the day when you couldn't save games, you had like a couple of lives and a few continues and they were all used up. You had to start the entire game all over again. Good times. Sarcasm. Oh yeah, you can usually kill the undead enemies with healing spells, healing items. Oh, that's another cool thing about the undead type enemies. They have a lot of weaknesses. Their weakness gets fire, healing spells, healing items, and Phoenix Down. That one's funny because Phoenix Down revives knocked out characters, but for zombies they do the complete opposite and they just immediately kill them. Which is a good trick that you can use on the Ghost Train boss fight in Final Fantasy VI. So if you want to kill it immediately, you can try that. I'll explain more about that when I eventually record that. Put mages and other people in the back row with low defense. That's right, put the fragile, wimpy people in the back. The back row is where they take half physical damage, but they also dish out half the physical damage. It's mainly meant to simulate staying away from the opponent. It's mainly meant for long-range weapons or magic users. For example, if a sniper rifle existed in this game, which of course it doesn't exist, and I guess this old-time day and age. But if you have a sniper rifle, you might as well put that type of character in the back row. I mean, there's no point with someone having a long-range weapon in the front row when they have full advantage from the far end. And why am I showing this tutorial again? You just saw it. Speed up. Okay, yeah, we know what to do. Stop. If your hair suddenly turns white, this is a brand new status ailment that exists in Final Fantasy. I don't think they ever brought this back again. But if your hair turns white, that means you're aging. That's a little close to home for some of you, isn't it? But you'll gradually weaken. This is a new status ailment where if your hair turns white, all your stats per turn start to drop down pretty quickly. Let's move on to the next. Keep an eye out for secret passages, for example, try walking through the wall to my left. Thieves can learn the ability Find Passages. This is a very useful ability if you want to find secrets, potions, alternate exits, and ways to go around the environment. So if that's your type of thing, you might want to invest in this ability. Of course, we check the barrels once again. We check the boxes. We check the potions, or the pots, forget the potion. Talk to this old guy. Urns and chests like these sometimes have goodies inside. That's what I just told you guys. So yeah, see? I'm not full of it. 100 go. Great. And what's inside here? Ether. Ether restores your magic points by 50. Ether. 10. Oh, and also always hit sort when you get new items or something. We've got too many items. It always sorts the healing items up top first, then like attacking items and weapons, like your armor and accessories later. Rare items are very important items that are meant for the story only. They only activate for story events. Up on the next floor. You probably noticed those numbers that pop up during battle. Those are the damage numbers, obviously. White means damage, green is healing. Like I said, this is gonna be the basic episode that I'm putting up here. Is just basics. In the config menu, you can set your battle command to wait. If you switch your battles to wait mode, the battle will pause while you are in the magic or item windows, allowing you to take your time selecting them. When your hit points begin running low, use a potion or white magic such as Cure to restore them. How about I tell you about a couple more useful abilities? Go for it. Two-handed. With this ability, when you have one hand carrying a weapon and the other hand empty, your attack doubles. Basically, you're using a one-handed weapon with both hands, so you can attack with more powerful swings. Very similar to how Cloud Strife of Final Fantasy VII uses weapons. He uses both hands for a little extra strength. Sprint. So long as one person is in your party has Sprint, you can hold down the B button to run through towns and dungeons. Just have someone in your party become a thief, and you're set. Yeah, the thief can actually run pretty darn fast, so that's another perk that that job comes with. Blue magic and learning. Blue magic... I never deal with the blue mage too much. The blue mage, the only way to make them learn extra abilities, they have to get hit by the unique attacks of the enemies, and then that gets copied and pasted onto the blue mage, and they can learn more. It's pretty much Kimari Wanso of Final Fantasy X. Except with Kimari, he just uses Lancet and steals the abilities from people. Not in this game. In this game, you have to get hit. Yeah, see, it tells you gotta get hit by the enemy attack. So yeah, with blue magic, you can pretty much give all your enemies a taste of their own medicine. What does he have to say? Inside this chest is a present from me. Oh boy, is it Christmas time already? Aw, you shouldn't have. Aw. No, you're my favorite character now. Oh, what's inside? It's a trap monster attack. You son of a bitch. You know what? I'm gonna take these leather shoes and I'm gonna shove them up you. I'm gonna shove them where the sun doesn't shine. You, oh, you son of a! What do you have to say for yourself? Sometimes monsters hide in treasure chests. From now on, be careful. Can't even trust treasure chests anymore. But yeah, these exist in the game, so be careful of that. Usually, if they do pop out of the chest, the monsters do pop out. Usually something good inside. How a monster can fit inside of these treasure chests makes no sense to me, but I guess we're just gonna ignore the rules of physics in this game and just move on. Okay, so that'll be the end of this tutorial stuff. Next, we'll go to the Wind Shrine. I can't say that word for some reason. I'm gonna go buy everything in town. But until then, until the next episode, have a fabulous day.